trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches want a selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes to ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock.
Okay.
Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys that walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you in static, I'ma leave you in static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl.
Yeah.
I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the a ring up in his grill. That grandma stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're sword on. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me the deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Dior on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slip with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking off shots, until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said, just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes, until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the beam. Wax on, then wax off, to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And yous can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snap in their snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Word to flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. And some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you died, then you died, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rents due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, people, we are back live. Let me change the microphone. Let me start that again. We're back live. Sarcasm City TV extra YouTube channel for a Sarcasm City Sports Q&A members edition, people. So if you're a Sarcasm City soldier here on the extra channel, or you're a Sarcasm City soldier on the main channel, Sarcasm City TV, you are eligible for these Q&As that run just like the regular Q&As as well. So we'll answer sporting questions from the chat. We'll also have conversations about the latest topics. So obviously this one's going to be about the pending Champions League draw. You've also got, speaking of the Champions League, you've got the race for the Champions League in the Premier League, as well as the title race between Arsenal and Manchester City as well. So I'm sure that those will be the topics of conversation. But make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Share this out across all the socials. I need to do the same, but make sure you share this out across all the socials. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at Yes It's Flawless on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV extra YouTube channel as well. Make sure you do that, people. Subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV extra YouTube channel. Road to 700 road to 700 subscribers over here, people. But let me bring the guys in anyway. You know what I'm saying? Vikram's in the building. King's in the building, Vikram's in the building. What are you, man, telling me, man? What's going on? Everybody good? Everybody blessed?
Yeah, man. All good. Big up the chat, big up the whole panel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, big up.
You know, I ain't seen King smile so much in time. Blessings, Vikram. What are you telling me, Barrio? You good?
All good. Blessed today. Big up Vikram, big up King, big up everyone too.
Big up, man.
Yeah, calm, man. So yes, you know what I'm saying, we got the members in the building. Obviously, Sai couldn't make it on as well. Like I said, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. I need to update it on here. But if you're a Sarcasm City soldier, you're eligible for it. You know what? Let's start Premier League. We'll start Premier League, and you know what, Barrio? We'll start with your mob. You lot take on Arsenal in the pick of the weekend's games Sunday. So the last game of the weekend, you travel to the Emirates. You got any shot of getting a result? What's your thoughts? Talk to us.
Well, first of all, it was obvious. It was always going to be obvious if you start with the Chelsea, massive Chelsea. So let's go ahead with that.
The gargantuan, inevitable, incredible, Blues. Word to Lewis, man.
You already said it.
Right.
You already said it. There you go. World champs. Let's go.
Right, man. Kiss the ring, acknowledge the king, all that stuff.
King's over here. You already know. So,
champs,
yeah. We're world champs, and I don't feel confident with this game, and it's with very good reason. There's nothing really out of the box to talk about, if you know what I mean, with this game. This game is gonna be a complete like demonstration to normal fans, because as I've always said, as a Chelsea fan, I'll never predict us to lose against Arsenal. But like for normal fans, this will be a very easy game for Arsenal, because the record doesn't show well. The record this season doesn't show well, and our recent form doesn't show well. So for anything going into the game, nothing is going well. So there's nothing really confident about me. I feel like Arsenal are going to be up for it after that North London derby, and I because Arsenal are very they're really on social media, if you know what I mean. They see what's happening. Like you see every single time these players going out talking about how we felt ashamed about Wolves. Like I knew from then that they're gonna get an impact against Spurs. I said that it's gonna be over. But who knows? Hopefully something happens. I don't know what you guys think. I'm just like very detached from this club right now. Like fuck this club. I can't lie. I'm just tired of it. Like
no worry. We gonna get to that. So we gonna circle back to what you just said there. Vikram, what are you saying? You think there's any chance Chelsea get a result in this game?
They can get a result, like a little draw or something, but will it really matter? The long run, like right now, they're not what they want. They're not where they wanted to be. They were hoping that they were going to challenge this season, and at the start, it was looking like that could be a real possibility with their form from about October to
maybe
November.
Not so much Chelsea, but definitely.
Oh yeah. For Arsenal,
it could matter to Chelsea because they could be that point. A point here, let's say 3 points or a point, could be the difference in them getting Champions League or not getting Champions League, potentially.
I think Champions League goes to the final day, but I do hear that as well. Like if they're chasing it and they needed like the extra, because right now, as it stands, you just need points on the board. like performances are nice, but you need the wins more than anything at this stage of the season. It's business end of the season, right? People need to start picking up points. So in terms of like the top 4 race, yeah, it will do them good. But I think a lot of Chelsea fans are already like tuned out of the season. Like they're just trying to see what they can do in the cups now, because they were meant to challenge this season. Now they're not, and the top 4 team, they were in it last season, so it doesn't really excite them doing it 2 seasons in a row. But in terms of like the Arsenal side, yeah, like there's no margin for error now, because I think City will beat Leeds on the weekend, and they play before Arsenal, so they're going to put pressure on it. If they keep dropping points, because in these kind of races, it's the draws that will kill them, because Arsenal don't really lose a lot of games anyway. It's the draws that make the difference in these title races. And if they even like, I think if they even drop points in like 2-3 more games, and City are chasing them down, I think it could get peak. But in terms of like this individual game, I don't see Chelsea winning. I'm not gonna lie, but I wouldn't be shocked if they got a draw or something out of the result. But I don't see them winning, like beating them at the Emirates.
What makes you think that they can get a draw in the game, considering their record, how they've been performing, etc.?
Just because I think that like their players will get up for it for this kind of game, and I think that they, in terms of the midfield battle, I think they can win it. I think attack for attack, like Arsenal's attack is better, but it's not by a mad margin. And defensively, Chelsea aren't great defensively, but at the same time, like Arsenal don't attack very well. So if they keep the set pieces down to a minimum and they deal with because I think Saka and probably Trossard, because I assume he'll start, they're probably the biggest threat. Because let's be real, Gyökeres, yeah, he done his thing against Spurs, bro. But did you see the amount of time he had on the ball in that game? You don't think he turned the corner? Chelsea ain't gonna give him that kind of time on the ball. Like, no.
You don't think Gyökeres has turned the corner?
Bro, I'll be real, bro. That Spurs team is so bad. Yeah, I don't even think they're a measuring stick anymore. They are in trouble. Like, they are genuinely in trouble. Just from what I saw, because it's not the fact that they lost to Arsenal. It's the manner, it's that performance, bro. That performance is scary. Because I was hearing people like try and find positives out of it, and I was like, guys, we have to be real, yeah. We have to be real, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Gabriel's goal. I said it on the watch along. I think it should have stood. Sorry, the Kolo Muani on Gabriel thing. I think it should have stood. But bro, Spurs were never winning that game, people. Did you see that's the state of that performance? Because we have to be real. Arsenal missed bare chances. Even in that first half, that was 1-1. Arsenal missed bare chances. Spurs did not look comfortable at any point. Like I couldn't believe it was only 1-1 at halftime. You know, I was like, bro, if by some miracle, if they improve in the second half, I don't know how they could somehow scam something from this game. And then they just got worse and worse. Like their performance leveled out, because based on their performance, that 4-1 in the second half, it flattered them based on their performance the whole game. Because they were. There's just no. When I look at that team, I'm like, there's no fight in that team, bro. And you need that in a relegation scrap. Like when I look at the other teams like Forest, West Ham, even Leeds and like Palace and the teams that are like there, even Burnley and Wolves, I've seen more fight in them teams than I've seen from the Spurs team in the last 5 games. But we're going off topic now. We're talking Arsenal, Chelsea. I do think that Arsenal scam like a set piece and win the game like 1-0 or something, which is it's going to be a hard watch. I'm tempted to not even watch the game. I'm not going to lie, because I know it's going to be awful.
If there wasn't the implications on it, I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, it's going to be an awful game.
If it didn't matter heavily for the lead to title and matter heavily in regards to top 4, top 5 Champions League, I wouldn't. But he wouldn't want to see Garnacho play football. You get me? He's an X factor in this game.
He hasn't even come off the bench.
I'm saying maybe he does, man. Maybe he scored twice against them last time. Not the away leg, the home leg.
I hear
Did he not? Am I lying, Barrio? Did he not score twice against them off the bench?
This is like giving propaganda to a politician that no one likes and just saying factual stuff.
How is it propaganda when that's what? Is that not what happened?
It is what happened, but it's not gonna happen again. We can be sure of that.
Is your last scorer against them, correct?
Sadly, yeah.
Wow, that's dark.
Because obviously they beat them 1-0 at the Emirates, but then it was 3-2 at the Bridge, the Carabao Cup, the semi-final. It was King. What are you saying about it? Arsenal, Chelsea? Thoughts? Talk to us.
Yeah, for me, it just depends how Rosenior sets up, because I already know how Arteta is going to set up. Arteta will have like a little spell where they might attack and then they will get a goal from a set piece or something, or from a free kick, and then they will just sit back for the whole entire game. I said it last time when I was on the Van Colt show. I said it before when United played Arsenal before. I said that yes, Arsenal have done what they needed to do, but teams have been giving them, for me, in my opinion, teams have given them a bit too much respect, because teams don't really try and have a go at Arsenal. When I've seen teams have a go at Arsenal and actually attack them and make it a physical battle, they struggle. Like, for example, Sunderland. Sunderland was direct, and
the game at their place. Yeah,
they did. Yes, at their place. Sunderland was direct. Even the first Chelsea and Arsenal game in the league, where it was 1-1, where Caicedo got sent off, Chelsea was the better team on that day, because Chelsea made a physical battle. Chelsea made that. You have to make it a physical battle against Arsenal. You have to be direct and physical, and you can get at them. You can't sit back for the whole entire game, because if you sit back the whole entire game, even though they won't do a lot in open play, they will use that momentum of you sitting back to get set pieces. If you know what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, they will use that momentum, even though they won't do anything with it in open play. They will use it to get set pieces, whether Saka has a shot and it's blocked by the defender, or whether Saka crosses the ball into the box and then one of their defenders clears it out for a corner. They will use that momentum if you sit back against them. If you sit back against Arsenal, you won't win. I watched the Brentford game. Brentford did the bang same thing. Brentford were just direct to what's that guy's name? Thiago. They were direct with the long throw-ins. They were direct with the long throw-ins, and Brentford, and also with Arsenal, you have to move the ball quickly, because when you watch the second leg of the Arsenal and Chelsea game, yes, Chelsea were trying to attack, but Chelsea was moving the ball way too slowly. If you move the ball too slowly, you allow Arsenal to get back into their shape. So you have to move the ball slowly. I watched the game also against Wolves. The first half an hour, Wolves were just sitting back for the first half an hour. After the first half an hour of the game, Wolves were actually committing players forward. And then once they started to commit players forward after the first half an hour, they were getting joy, because they brought on this 6'5". They brought on this 6'5" striker. I don't know what his name is. They brought this 6'5" IC3 dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They brought this 6 foot. Yeah, and basically they just got it up to him. They basically went direct with him, and he were basically holding the ball, and they were getting players forward. Once Wolves were going forward and direct, the Arsenal defense crumbled. It crumbled. That's how Chelsea have to approach this game, like they did the first time around when they played them when Caicedo got sent off. The 1-1 game I'm talking about in the Premier League. They have to approach. They cannot move the ball slowly, because one thing that I will give credit to Arsenal for is that one thing that they are good at is they press well from the front. So you have to move the ball quick. That's why I say you have to move the ball quickly, because if you move the ball too slowly, they will nip it off. They will nip the ball off you. You understand? So you have to make Arsenal get into fifth. You have to be able to win the first ball and the second ball. You have to get Arsenal in 50-50 situations where they have to win the first ball and they have to win the second ball. That's how Chelsea can get joy. So Chelsea have to be direct and they have to move the ball quickly. Whether it's João Pedro up front, they have to get the ball to João Pedro and make João Pedro make him hold up the ball and let it stick. Then João Pedro can bring in Palmer and whoever playing, if it's Neto or whoever's playing on that side, they can bring players into play. Allow João Pedro, go direct to João Pedro, let him hold up the ball and get players forward. And if Chelsea also win the midfield battle and be physical in the midfield, they can get at Arsenal. And especially with Zubimendi. I said to Flawless on the fan call-in show the last time when I called in before the United game. One of the things I said to Flawless is that I said to him, you have to target Zubimendi, because Zubimendi is one of these players that looks good when he has loads of time on the ball, but once you press that guy, he folds. Once you press Zubimendi, he folds. You will even the what was it, the Mbeumo goal to make it 1-1. That came from Bruno, and I think it was Mbeumo pressing. That came from
them two was pressing him. Yeah, for the goal.
Them two was pressing him and Saliba, and they both folded. And that's another thing that Chelsea have to do. They have to know when to press at the right time as well. They have to have that. They need to know. They need to know when to press and press Zubimendi. Even in the Tottenham game, the Arsenal-Tottenham game at the Emirates, where Arsenal beat them 4-1 when Eze scored the hat-trick. If you look at the Richarlison goal, when Richarlison scored that goal from the halfway line, that came from him pressing Zubimendi. Zubimendi lost the ball in that situation. Richarlison pressed him and he lost the ball. So and Richarlison scored for the halfway line. He made a mistake for the goal. Yeah, he did make a mistake for the goal. Yeah. So you have to press that guy, because if you allow him, if you don't press Zubimendi, he will be good, because he can just pass it sideways, pass it to Saka, pass it to Martinelli, whatever. He can keep it simple. But once you put pressure on that guy will fold, because he's not press resistant. He's not press resistant. He is not press resistant. So Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez, whoever plays in that midfield, has to target him. They have to target him in that midfield. Even though with Declan Rice as well. Declan Rice, I think, has been Arsenal's best player this season. Even though I don't rate Declan Rice as highly as Arsenal fans rate him, he's been Arsenal's best. For me, he's been Arsenal's best player this season. But even with the North London derby goal as well, when he made that mistake, Koulibaly and Mawani were pressing him, and that's how he made the mistake. Because again, Rice is a decent midfielder, but Rice isn't Vitinha. He isn't Pedro. You understand? He is not one of them guys. He's not super. He's not super press resistant.
You better than both. You better than both. That's a whole different conversation.
Hey, that's another conversation. Like that's another conversation about B-Tech Tommy Fury. But anyway, bro, you know what I'm saying? Them Arsenal fans are always gonna, you know what I mean? Them Arsenal fans are always gonna. Them Arsenal fans always say that he's the best. You know what I mean? They say Saka's the best right winger in the league. They say Saka's the best right winger in the league. This and that. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal fans will always do this, bro. Arsenal fans will always put players to a pedestal, fam. And then when we criticize them, fam, they will act like the victims, fam. You know what I'm saying? But but it is what it is. It is so like for me. It depends how Resinha sets up the team and how he goes about the game. Because we already know Arteta, we already know that he's a narcissist. We already know that guy ain't trying to play football. I know they played football against Tottenham, but Tottenham were giving them so much space.
Yeah,
Tottenham were giving them so much space that it made it easy. That it made it easy for them. So but too easy. But that's what it is, man. That's what it is. So like Chelsea just can't feel. Chelsea can't fear. Yes, I know it's at the Emirates, but Chelsea can't be scared of Arsenal. If they scared, if they are scared and they sit back, they will end up conceding at some point because they will be giving away a load of set pieces. They will end up giving a load of set pieces, and Arsenal will end up scoring from one if they sit back. They have to at least make it a physical battle and make it a 50-50 battle, and they have to be direct. Because that's how our team, Vicarin and Flawless, that's how we beat them. That's how Brentford got points from them. That's how Wolves got points from them. That's how Chelsea got points from them the first time around when Chelsea played them.
I didn't even clock that.
Must feel nice to even beat them.
Yeah, say again, Mario. Say that again.
It must feel nice to even beat them. It must feel nice. Can't lie.
Yeah.
And we also moved the ball quickly.
It's a great point, because I didn't even clock that until you started saying it, Kick. I didn't clock about the physicality. I didn't realize that that's the teams that caused them problems. Whether it's us, but it's when it lays it out when you see it and you're like, yeah, because all the games are similar patterns.
I think I said that on one of the watch-alongs.
Big up Dunsey, big up everyone in the chat as well.
Big up Dunsey, big up my guy Dunsey. Oh, we cousin him, but big up Dunsey anyway. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I think I said it on one of the watch-alongs. The teams that do the best against Arsenal are the teams that can play them at their own game. So teams like Everton, teams like Newcastle, teams like even Chelsea to a certain extent. Any team that can match them physicality-wise and can match the aerial threat and the set pieces, they struggle.
Yes.
Because their players don't really want it. Like they'll bully the lower teams that are that don't have the quality. But as soon as they start playing especially this is why Newcastle beat them 3 times last season. They couldn't score a goal.
Yes, thank you.
They bullied them physically in the midfield, in the attack. Even their back four bullied them on set pieces. Because Dan Burn, I think they had fucking Odegaard on Dan Burn. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess.
That man was crying, bro.
They don't want it like that. When you actually
they don't want it. They don't want it, Vicarin, bro. Bro, they was crying. David Raya and Gabriel with his big hairline, was crying. Were crying at 1-1, bro, at freaking Brentford, bro. Because Brentford were doing what Arsenal were doing, the dark arts, when they have bare man around the goalkeeper.
Brentford, yeah.
I thought it was very ironic them complaining about.
That man complaining about it, but it's like that's what you do, bro. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do, bro. But that man was complaining was complaining when Brentford was doing it, when Wolves were doing it. That man was complaining, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. But you man do that every week, bro. So I don't know what you're on about, bro. You man do that every week, bro. So you know what I'm saying. So
definitely the pot calling the kettle.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny? One of my family members, he tried to tell me that Everton weren't doing what they did the other day because he phrased it like this. He phrased it like this. He was like, "Well, when we do it more tactically. Like we don't just crowd the goal." I said, "What?" Then I said, "Did you forget the game where we slapped you at the Emirates, bro? You literally crowded the goalkeeper on every single corner. What are you talking about? Everton, they just took a leaf out of your book, but
especially when they scored the second goal, Arsenal.
Yeah,
when Arsenal scored the second goal, they just crowded it.
Exactly what they did, but unfortunately for them, hey, listen, I'm just gonna say it, bro. This goalkeeper he's top 5 in the league, bro. I'm just gonna say it.
You lament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, before we go there, because we'll go to Manchester United. So Mario, we mentioned this. Obviously, you did have success against Arsenal when you played them in the Premier League, and you went down to 10 men.
1-1, yeah.
In your opinion of doing it at the Emirates, can you go and do it there? Because the players are there. Obviously, Fofana's the only player I know for sure who's missing. He's suspended. You'll know better than me if anyone out is currently out. But to my knowledge, there's no one else missing, right?
Apart from Fafana, Cucurella, I don't think anyone's
Well,
on.
yeah,
No, I don't think so.
Cucurella's missing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about Cucurella. Well, go on, carry on.
But not like if it's into three things: what I think will happen, what should happen, and what we could do.
Yeah.
You know,
Go on.
what we should do is we should go out and play like how Chelsea has been doing it for the past 20 years, making Arsenal scared of us, and how Chelsea have made the standard for all times.
Hmm.
What we can do is that I do think that these players have the mentality to go ahead and beat them because they've already shown me that they can beat anyone, and they show me that like I told this to someone that I feel like this game would be like one of them games where these players will go ahead and say, "Oh look, we won. Now be happy. Stop criticizing us," and they'll do this celebrations when they score. Neto and that celebration, and then they'll lose the next game, and like that's just how Chelsea is. Like they'll say, "Shut up! You have no right to criticize us," but then they'll lose the next game. But what I think will happen is that these players will just like I'm sick and tired of this record. This record I've been going bang on about it against Arsenal. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable what we've done.
You're talking about what the lack of the fact that you haven't beat him in however long?
Since 2021.
Is it 2020?
Since 2021.
5 years. All right, go on, carry on.
Exactly. Like I feel like this team don't got the balls to go on an away game and win because if I'm not mistaken, we did beat Napoli, which is a great away win. I'm forgetting our last games as well about away, but even if we have a good away record from these past games with Liam Senior starting, I feel like it can so easily go west because it's about mentality when it comes to Chelsea. And it might be frustrating that I'm not talking about the player itself, but when it comes to Chelsea, it's really just the mentality. It's records, it's streaks, it's going to an away ground. I don't trust them in these. They haven't gained my trust in this. So that's why I'm not going into this game thinking we're gonna win. This game, I feel like something is gonna go completely wrong, and like it's just so predictable. Harris is gonna score. It's predictable that little Wallad is gonna score, and this on us and whatever. This little Wallad.
Faz, don't worry, we're gonna get your prediction before we do close out. But you mentioned there about not trusting. But speaking of trust, you mentioned it there. We'll go to Manchester United and we'll go to you, Vikram, as well before we get King's thoughts and Barrio's thoughts as well. You was talking about Lamens. He was getting all the plaudits for the Everton game, rightfully so. But I think he did officially get man of the match. He was my man of the match anyway, even if he officially didn't get it, but I believe he did. But yeah, no, start with your thoughts, Vikram, on Barrio and just Manchester United and the Carrick overall, in particular, the last couple games, Everton, West Ham, etc.
I'm not gonna lie. If someone told me we were getting 16 and 18, I would have told you that. Like, you see them. If anyone's from like the culture, they know. You see them witch doctors in Africa. I would have thought that you're doing some illegal substances. That you're doing something out of this world. Something that's not of this world to think we're ever doing that. And yeah, it's been insane. But what's been more insane is how the 360 has just switched. Like, it went from United.
Just one second. Hey, big up Months for the raid as well. Big up to everyone who's joined over from Big Six Band. Shout out to Months. Big up all.
Big up Months.
You as well. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button here. Sarcasm City TV Extra. I know a lot of you lot may not be subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Go on, carry on, Vikram.
Oh yeah, like it's funny how like everything was just done.
360 you was talking about
360, where we went from like the fan base going into every game thinking that this is dead, like we'll be happy to win, but everyone wasn't confident, and when we were like just sat hovering around 7th, 8th, people were just saying it's progress, like we were getting slapped every week and this is progress. Everyone was doing the most to defend the last manager. And now we get 16 and 18. And I'm seeing all this energy for an interim talking about, the football against Everton wasn't very good and blah, blah, blah. But when we were getting slapped every week and when we played a back five against them for 80 minutes, it was all right. And conceded to 10 men, it was all right. But now suddenly everyone's...
The irony that we beat that Everton but lost to them with 10 men. The
Yeah,
irony. I think that
people
is that
defended it. People
shows
defended
the progress. But yeah, go on.
People defended it, and yeah, I gotta give a shout
Big up,
out to
Emma.
the squads. I gotta give a
Yeah,
shout out.
you know what? Shout out Amrin for running his mouth and getting sacked. Big up
This
to him.
squad
Man.
this squad is full of fighters, man. In that Everton game, I saw a proper fight. Like this squad is on it. That's from the defense to the midfield, the attack. These men are serious. They don't just roll over anymore under this little stint that Carrick's got going. Because even like Cunha, like he was tracking back, making tackles, giving it to Ghana, which was amazing. Like I'm telling you, bro, South Americans, bro, when you're losing against them, they are the worst players to play against, bro, because they will rattle you. They will rattle the hell out of you all day. If you're losing to them, man, you're in for a long day. And the goalkeeper again, like I can't even say it enough. Like this guy, if we had any keeper in that game outside of Donnarumma, I'm telling you, we concede at least 3 goals because the way that they were putting pressure in them set pieces on them corners.
Oh, you mean the men? Oh, yeah, if you had anyone about the men. Yeah, go
apart
on,
from the men's or Donnarumma, we're conceding at least.
Okay.
At least, I'm telling you, because that pressure we would have folded. But I also got to give credit to the centre backs because you see Maguire, bro. Those are the games he lives for, these physical games where they're just lumping the ball in the box and he's trying to win every header. This guy won every single header the other day, bro. And he's got up against Tarkowski because, bro, that Everton team is full of giants. Like, I think that the average height of their squad is like 6'1". And we won every single. Any time they tossed the ball in the box, I think Maguire and the men's won every single duel. It was unreal. And this is why, like, when people are saying, oh, yeah, you got to get rid of these men in the summer, I'm like, on one hand, I understand where people are coming from because they've been part of a Man United team that's been unsuccessful and, you got to clear out and start again. But on the other hand, I'm like, bro, you need experience in your team. Like you do. Obviously, I'm not saying that they should start every week, but that kind of game, like if...
Sorry.
That kind of game, yeah.
You talk about experience is funny.
Yeah, you need it. You need it because otherwise you do end up like Chelsea. If you don't have experience,
it must be nice. It must be nice, isn't it?
I'm telling you. Because I think Flawless and King would agree with me, yeah, that Heaven, Yoro, and Dorgu are great players right there for the future. They're good players for United.
Yeah.
If they're in that back four, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, we probably do concede.
We probably concede. We probably crumble.
Yeah,
not because they're not good players, but just because the pressure would have got to them.
Yeah, that's why I like the likes of the little Mazarari as options, even though obviously.
Oh yeah, Maz, I forgot about Maz.
Yeah,
the way that
Maz
was just,
do that.
He was just getting rid of the danger. Like you need that in your team, bro. Especially when you're under the cosh and you're under pressure. This is why I wouldn't just clear out the entire squad in the summer and just get rid of everyone, because I think you do need to keep some experience in your team, especially with Casemiro going as well. Another big experienced player that we need, because bro, however good we think some of these young players are, bro, when you put pressure on them, especially from all these other experienced players, because that Everton team is very experienced, like they're a settled, well-drilled, well-organized unit, Premier League unit.
Yeah, typical Moyes team. It's full of men.
These men still got Tarkowski starting, mate. They're old. You already know.
They old, rough, been through the wars, professionals, man. Like that's
proper,
grown.
Proper heritage. That's what it is.
Yeah, that is proper. That is Barclays pints and and pints. That's what that is, man.
Against those shit houses. Against those shit houses, you need experience, and that's why, as much as I said it, even during the watch long, how much we missed Lissandro, like on the ball. I'll be real, what we missed on the ball, bro. You see the way that they were pressuring us in that second half with them set pieces, and the way they just kept lumping the ball in the box, bro. I'm telling you, if Martinez is there instead of Yoro, we probably concede, bro, again, just because they would have targeted him, because they'll see, oh yeah, he's kind of short, so just put. Who's that giant they got? O'Brien. They probably would have put O'Brien on him. And when it's O'Brien Martinez versus like O'Brien Yoro, even though Yoro's still young, it's still it's less of a mismatch because Yoro's at least tall and he's put on size. Like Lissandro in them kind of games, bro, they would have targeted him for sure. But I can't even be too negative, bro, because we dug in. The team showed fight. Like we learned something new about the team yesterday on that Friday.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it before we go to King Quick. And I've said this, and like, of course, you want to play well every week and be fantastic on the ball and going forward. But if that's lacking for whatever reason, whether it's you, whether it's the opposition, whether it's a mix of both, I actually think it was a mix of both because Everton showed why they're one of the better defensive teams in the league. They also shown why they're one of the lowest goal scoring teams in the league. But when you're not good on the ball going forward for various, give me the off the ball stuff. Like when they're like, oh, Cunha had like 11 defensive contributions. Yes, because you're not being good on the ball, obviously outside of his role in the goal. Give me the other side then. I'll accept that. And then if you lose, you go, oh, you drop points. You go, all right, cool. It just wasn't our day. But like, there's no excuse for no lack of application and lack of effort. Not being able to do given goals and slap it top bins is one thing. But just not running is a complete another. Just not tracking your player is just another, and not competing and not fighting. Like that isn't for because you put us four on the pitch, we would do that. I'm saying we'd do that. Could go out there and run around and try and clamp people and all that stuff. The skill set thing is the problem. That's why you're paid the big money. It's not that part because everyone can show effort. Go get someone from the crowd. Everyone can show effort and application. That's calm. But where's the skill set with it? But King, what you saying about it, man? The Everton game and Lamens and everything else.
Bro, hey, like you said at the start, my smile on my face, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Not so much ever, man. And I've known you a long time. I ain't seen you smile this much in like 40 minutes. And I have the year I've known you, however long it's been. Trust me. Go on,
listen, man. There's a lot. There's a lot, bro. There's a lot to get into in it, but like, man really tried to tell me when I was on Mandem United regular. And when I was on Northside Channel, man tried to tell me last season that this team isn't even better than Wolves, bro. They were trying to tell me that Wolves have a better team last season than this team than this Manchester United team. That you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, Michael Carrick's got more clean sheets in like 14 less games than Ruben Amorim, yeah? Bro, man's got 5 wins out of 6, bro. You understand?
3 clean sheets in 6 games.
Man tried to tell me, bro, this is what I'm trying to say, yeah? And it's like, bro, and this is obviously, I said in when we played Man City, I was impressed how we broke in transition and how we pressed and stuff like that, and we could have scored 6 against Man City. Against Arsenal, it was the same. Like, obviously, the most impressive thing, and I'm going to give Michael Carrick credit for this. I'm going to start with Michael Carrick because man needs his flowers, bro. Whether you think he deserves the job or not at the end of the season, he needs to get his flowers, bro. Because bro, I've never, and I'm going to give a shout out to his coaching staff as well, to Stephen Holland, to Stephen Holland, Jonathan Woodgate, Johnny Evans. The most thing that I've been impressed with is when we don't have the ball, we get 7 and 8 players behind the ball. We get back into shape so quickly, bro. We get back into shape so quickly, bro. That's the most thing I've been impressed with, because under Amorim and under Ten Hag and all of these freaking frauds, bro, our midfield were getting freaking ran through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Every transition, every attack, our midfield were just getting ran through, bro. And none of our players were in shape. We're in their shape. Under Michael Carrick, everyone's in their shape on and off the ball, bro. That's the most thing that I'm impressed with. And even in the Everton game, similar to the West Ham game, it wasn't the greatest game, but I can see what Michael Carrick is trying to do. I can see an identity. I can see Michael Carrick wants the players to have more control of the ball. What he wants to have. He wants to be on the front foot. He wants his teams to control games, and that's what he did at Middlesbrough. People will also say that he wants his teams to control games, and I can see what Michael Carrick is trying to do. And like I said, off the ball, like I didn't feel against Man City. I didn't feel like we were going to concede. Against Arsenal, I didn't feel like we were going to concede, even though we conceded 2 goals. I did not feel like we were going to concede against Arsenal. Against Fulham, I didn't feel like we were going to concede, even though we conceded 2 goals. Against West Ham, even though they scored, I did not feel like they were going to. I did not feel like they were going to score, because we are not giving the opposition loads of chances, bro. We are not giving these guys loads of chances, and that's how I felt in the Everton game. Yes, Everton was putting a bit of pressure on us, but I still didn't feel like they were going to score because of our shape of the ball, because of our structure of the ball, and because of Lemens as well. Because that guy's a beast. That guy's a beast, especially when it comes from corners as well. That guy just catches everything, bro. You know what I mean? So big up to big up to Lemens as well. You know what I mean? He's for me, probably been signing of the season. You know what I'm saying? He's probably been signing. He's been probably signing of the season. So
17 million was it?
Yeah,
17 M's. I want to give a shout out to. Yes, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Lenny Euro as well, because I know the guy's been heavily criticized. The guy was heavily criticized under that fraud. People were saying, "Oh, he's not good enough. Look at Lenny Euro's not good enough." No, bro. If you put him in a compact system, if you put him in a system where it's compact and where he's not running around where there's not freaking gaps and spaces, you can see that this guy's a really good defender. Even in the West Ham game when he came on as well, even in the West Ham game, he stopped a couple of the counter-attacks.
I thought he was barbecue chicken in both of those, especially the Adama Traore one. I thought, this is a wrap, yo. I thought Adama Traore is about to breeze past him.
Bro, like this is what I'm saying, and like even Harry.
And that's not a shot at him. That's just anyway. The Adama Traore. Go on, it's my connection moving funny.
Yeah.
I need to take my charger. Carry on.
Yeah, but
that's
even
barbecue chicken, yeah, man.
even with Harry Maguire as well, I want to give Harry Maguire loads of credit as well, because, like, obviously at the start, yes, he might be not everyone's cup of tea. Yes, I don't think he's this amazing defender, but I think Maguire in a compact system can do the basics. Like I remember when we played against Everton last season under that fraud Ruben Amorim, and we drew 2-2 at Goodison Park when they was at Goodison Park, and Amorim had Harry Maguire on the freaking halfway line, bro. Did this man try to play a high line with fucking Harry freaking Maguire, bro? And we ended up conceding, bro. So
he did it this season as well. He did it this season. He did it against Brentford.
Bro, he did it against Palace last season. Bro, he did it. He did it against Brentford. He did it against Palace last season. He did it against Everton last season. He did it in so many games, bro. He was leaving Harry Maguire exposed, fam, because we all know Harry Maguire isn't the quickest. So by you're trying to play a high line with this guy makes absolutely no sense. Again, even though Casemiro didn't have his greatest game against Everton, overall he's been good, and people were saying that this guy's washed, this guy's not good, this and that, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? When you put this guy in a compact system, Casemiro just does the basics, bro. You know what I'm saying? Casemiro just does the basics, even though he didn't not have his greatest game against Everton. And I don't put that down to Michael Carrick, how he set up the game. I put that down to more how Everton set up, because I gave David Moyes a lot of credit how he set up. Same with Nuno as well. But again, we found a way. Another thing that I'm going to give Michael Carrick for, I gave him a little bit of criticism against West Ham, because I felt like he could have brought on Xerxes. He could have brought on Xerxes, and he could have brought on the substitutions a bit earlier. And he even said after the West Ham game that he should have made the substitutions earlier. What does Michael Carrick do next game? He brings on Sesko 10 to 15 minutes earlier against Everton. You get me, Flawless. The man has rectified a mistake that he's already made. Something that Ten Hag, that freaking fraud Lorenzo Ten Hag and freaking Ruben fraud Amorim did not do in their life. So something.
Big up Ten Hag. Big up Ten Hag.
So something.
Yo, that is bad funny, yo.
Something that these two coaches did not do. These coaches would persist with the same thing. These two coaches would make mistake after mistake and not rectify it. Michael Carrick already rectified his mistake that he made in the last game. In the last game before that against West Ham, and he brought on Sesko 10 minutes earlier. And look what happened. Look what happened when he brought on Sesko 10 minutes earlier. Sesko scored a very, very good goal. By the way, the goal as well, yeah, bro. Cunha, you've been off the past 2 games, but that ball, you see that ball right there to Mbeumo. You see that goal. You see the ball what Cunha played to Mbeumo was sensational. You know, like that. That pass was sensational. And even Mbeumo, even though he hasn't been great, like loads of players in that position, it might seem easy, but loads of players mistimed that pass. The weight of Cunha's pass to Mbeumo, and then the weight of pass that Mbeumo did to Sesko, that like just put it on the plate for Sesko was sensational. And
people overrate that. Like, put it this way: Mount, Garnacho, and Højlund don't score that goal for us last season.
Oh no way! No way!
No way!
That's our attack last season. They don't score. They don't have the capabilities to score that. People can say they don't.
No,
they don't score that. How many times did we see Garnacho overhit that type of pass? You see the pass in Bremo. I'm not talking about the Cunha one. I'm talking about in Bremo.
About the Mbeumo one, yeah.
Yeah, people understate that. We've seen him do this, run the ball into the goal. Mario knows all about it, and he's had him for 6 months. That's the Garnacho effect, yo. That is the Alejandro effect in a nutshell, yo. And he had
trying to make me talk about the devil, you know?
Yeah, but
that is funny.
I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Hilarious.
And also as well, again, bro, like again, even though it wasn't his greatest game, like Kobe Mainoo again, like hey, Kobe Mainoo, Kobe Mainoo can't play football. Oh, Kobe Mainoo can't run. Kobe Mainoo can't do this, bro. Kobe Mainoo, as you just prove everyone wrong again, how much of a fraud Amorim is. Like again, bro, Kobe Mainoo again, bro. You see his even though he didn't have his great game at Everton, you still saw him at times doing his rondos and some of his passing as well. Like, bro, people who are getting onto Michael Carrick and say we didn't play well against Everton, we didn't play well, bro. We did enough to win that game, bro. I don't care what anybody says, bro, because Ahmad had a chance in the first half. Ahmad had a chance in the first half, yeah, where it got cleared off the line. In the second half, Casemiro played the ball over the top to Dalot, and when Casemiro played that ball to Dalot, there was Ahmad and Bruno free in the box. They were basically unmarked in the box. But Dalot, instead of playing the ball to Ahmad and playing the ball to Bruno, he plays it against Tarkowski. He crosses it straight at Tarkowski. If Dalot's cross is better in that situation, we get a proper chance from that. Even though it's not going to count as even though on the stats it's not going to count as a clear cut chance. But if Dalot crosses the ball properly that Casemiro gave to him over the top and he finds Ahmad or Bruno, that's another clear cut chance. Cunha also had a chance Cunha also had a chance where he was carrying the ball and he slipped. if he plays that ball to Sesko if he plays that ball to Sesko 1 second earlier, Sesko scores. You understand? And Sesko had a 1v1 chance at the end of the game. Man United had 4 clear-cut chances in that game. I can't name you one clear-cut chance that Everton had. I can't name you one clear-cut chance that Everton had. Man United fully deserved to win that game. But obviously the only criticism that I will give to like some of the players, I think obviously in Mbeumo, that obviously we all know the past couple of games that, because a lot of people have been mad at the lineup, but I haven't been mad at the lineup because 4 out of 5 games before the Everton game, in Mbeumo and Cunha and Amad, they all played well. Before that West Ham game, they all played well. You understand? Before all of that, before that West Ham game and before the Everton game, Amad, Cunha and Mbeumo played well in the other games. So I wasn't mad at the lineup that Carrick was picking, because if something is working, you don't, you know what I mean? You don't change it, bro. You understand? You don't change it. But I said to Flawless in the comments when people were asking Flawless questions about, oh, we should start Sesko, and obviously I said after and I said if Mbeumo, Cunha and whoever plays worse out of Cunha, Mbeumo and Amad, whoever plays worse out of them 3, one of them can get dropped and Xerxes can come in, or possibly Sesko can come in. I said that. I said that
if they have been campaigning for Xerxes, you've been saying this still. It's like you still have options though.
But like I said that, but I said if one of the front 3 have a bad game in the Everton game, one of them have to be dropped, and the person who I would drop is Amad. The only reason why I would drop Amad is because I know Amad is technically better than, from a technical standing point, he's better than Mbeumo, he's better than Cunha from a technical standing point. But Amad has been playing the past 2 games. He's played as bad as Cunha and Mbeumo the past 2 games of West Ham and Everton. He wasn't great against Everton and he wasn't great against West Ham. Cunha and Mbeumo was not great against West Ham and Everton. But at least with Cunha and with Mbeumo, if your overall performance isn't at scratch, at least give me some GNA. At least give me some GNA. If you're not going to play well, though, if you're not going to play well for the majority of the game, give me some GNA. And then Mbeumo and Cunha have more GNA than Amad. So that's why I would start Cunha and Mbeumo and put Amad on the bench. That's my reason for that. That's my reason for that, because Cunha's got a couple. I think he's got a goal and an assist. I think he got a goal and an assist. And in Mbeumo, I don't know how. I think Mbeumo scored about 4. Like in the past 5 games, he's got about 3-4 goals or something. The past 3.
Yeah,
something like that.
Machine, man. That's what he is.
So basically, Cunha and Mbeumo, they've got more GNA than Amad. They've got more GNA than Amad, and all of their performances haven't been great, but they've got more GNA than Amad. That's why I would start them ahead of Amad.
Yeah.
Obviously,
and we got Palace coming up as well.
Yeah, and if you want to start Sesko, I'm not mad if people want to start Sesko, but people have to also realize just because you score goals doesn't mean that you should automatically start, because the thing is that if people remember, we wasn't saying when Chicharito was scoring goals off the bench, we wasn't saying, oh, Chicharito needs to start next game. You know what I'm saying? When people will tell you about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was scoring goals from the bench, obviously people before me who have been supporting this club, who watched Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, people weren't saying, "Oh, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to start every game." No, because they knew Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a bench player. They knew that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
What's crazy about that is I think if it was in the social media era, people would be more clamoring for it. But I remember at the time, like vividly at points, because obviously he was great off the bench, and he started games as well and scored goals off. But obviously he's got the most famous goal off the bench in regards to 99. But it's because we had 4 quality strikers at the time that was doing the business.
And also Chicharito flawless. We also had Chicharito was good scoring.
We did. And shout out to Don C for joining the membership on Sarcasm City TV. I appreciate you, Don C.
Shout out Don C. Shout out Don C. Yeah, so like,
and people, before you carry on, the membership on the extra channel, obviously the only ones that's the same is for the members Q&A, but the membership on the extra channel is different. You get different perks than on the main channel as well. So on the extra channel,
yeah. I was just gonna say a little. I was just gonna say a little bit anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna say I was just gonna say my last little bits, but I think because the reason why I think Sesko is a super sub is because when I look at Sesko's, I know we spent a lot of dough on him, but when I look at his attributes, like obviously his 2 most outstanding attributes is one is he's jumping. One is he jumping where he jumps up high. That's one attribute that he's outstanding at. And the other attribute that he is very, very good at and outstanding at is his movement. And obviously, we all know the Premier League is like all pace and power. We all know that the Premier League is the most physical league.
Did you man know that more so this is aimed at Vikram and King? Did you man know he was that fast? I had no idea. I knew he could shift, but I didn't know he was quick like that.
That's why people compare.
I knew he was quick. I knew he was quick, but I knew he was quick, but I didn't know he could. I didn't know he was a bit faster than that, but I knew he was quick, but I didn't know like.
You know what it is, You know what it is, It's because he's so tall, so he takes a bit longer to get going. But once he gets going, it's gone. Like. He couldn't, bro.
That was 100-meter-esque, like in regards to the way that he did it. Like I don't know what the timer is. I'm surprised they didn't put, but the timer from like when he started his run to like the fin. I wonder what the distance was and like how long. I'm surprised there was no analysis on that. But
that's the quality you want in a young striker. That's the quality you want in a young striker.
Yeah, but like that's what it is. Like like his other outstanding attribute is his movement. And I've spoken, and I even said it in one of Flawless videos in the comment section. The way that he bros past, the way that he went past Tarkowski, past Tarkowski like that because he was on the shoulder. He was on the shoulder of the defender. That's what Sesko wants to do. He wants to be on the last shoulder of the defender so that he can use his pace to get in behind. He either wants the ball in the box or he wants the ball in behind. So that's how he brought past Tarkowski because he was on the shoulder of him and he used his pace to get away from him. You understand? So like obviously we all know, and like I said about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Chicharito, they were super subs. Even Liverpool fans would say the same about Divock Origi as well. They weren't saying, "Oh, Divock Origi needs to start every game." No, because they understood Divock Origi was a sub player. He could come on from the bench and score goals. So like obviously we all know the Premier League is the most physical league, and we all know it's pace and power. Obviously, Sesko, he's decent at holding up the ball, but that's not his specialty. Let's just say that's not his game of holding up the ball. He wants to run in behind. And he wants the ball, and he wants the ball into the box. So the thing is with Sesko is that I think he has to utilize Sesko better. Because, like I said, one of his most outstanding attribute is his movement. And when you play against the opposition in the second half, in the second half, like the opposition's defenders, it's not just physically, but it's also mentally. They start to get tired. And when defenders start to get tired physically and mentally flawless, when you've got the very, very good movement and when you come off straight from the bench, you can use your movement more to take advantage of it. Because because we all know what it's like as a defender. You like especially as a centre back, you constantly trying to get into shape, and at times you don't know when to press. Should I press that guy, or should I press that guy, or should I sit back? Like it can be very tiring as a defender. So for me, because obviously Sesko's not used to the physicality yet of the Premier League. So for me to get the best out of him, we have to use him when it's tired legs. When defenders get tired, and you can bring him on for 35 minutes or for 30 minutes, and he can make an impact against tired legs. I think we have to use Sesko like that, because like I said, I'm not against him starting, but and the second thing is because we've got Cunha and Mbeumo who are not really facilitators. Like Cunha and Mbeumo, they want to go on their own, and they want to, you know what I mean? Cunha's shoot up first on sight. You know what I mean? When Cunha has an opportunity, Cunha wants to shoot. You understand?
I get what you're saying. That's why that's always an age where you would expect him to improve his game. Before you continue, run up the likes, man. Make sure you run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well.
Cunha wants to shoot. Cunha wants to shoot. Mbeumo wants to shoot to a certain extent. Like, the reason why I say Xerxes is because I think Xerxes a better foil for Cunha and Mbeumo. Like, if we was to start Cunha, that's my second reason. Is because I think Xerxes better at starting games instead of coming on from the bench, even though he did do well against West Ham when he did come on. But I think Xerxes does better when he starts games. And I think he's a better profile for most games in the Premier League to start up front ahead of Sesko. That doesn't mean Sesko is useless, or that doesn't mean that we can't use Sesko, because we've cleanly seen when Michael Carrick has used him on the bench, we clearly see that he can make an impact. We have cleanly seen that. So for me, Xerxes would be a better foil for them, because obviously he can hold up the ball. Obviously he drops deep as well in midfield, and obviously I think he will allow Mbeumo and Cunha to make more forward runs. He will be able to combine with doing 1-2 quick given goals and rondos. I think we will have more control if we want to control games in possession. We have to pick Xerxes, especially when we play in Cunha and Mbeumo, because they're not really facilitators like that. You understand? Like, obviously they are two different types of players. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not facilitators, Cunha and Mbeumo. So for me, I just think we have to use Sesko. I know it sounds mad because we spent a lot of money on that guy, but I just think he will be better off the bench against tired legs, so that he can use his movement. He can use his movement to get away from defenders better, and he can hold up the ball better when he comes on as a substitute. Because, like I said, defenders will get tired. Defenders will get tired in the second half instead of the first half. So they won't be as physical as they were in the first half, because, like I said, with certain players, it's different when they start and it's different when they come on from the bench. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So we'll see. We'll see against Palace.
We definitely gonna find
we'll
out.
see against Palace, though. We'll see against Palace. Like, obviously, I'm intrigued if Carrick sticks with the same lineup or he actually goes with Sesko, and I'm actually intrigued of what Palace will do as well.
We gotta go
for the
find out.
centre backs.
I think
You
he
know,
sticks
and
with the same
Dunsey,
lineup.
this hell unnecessary Dunsey, but big up to you and that. And speaking of that, Champions League, obviously you're in the Champions League. Mario.
It is necessary.
It's up to you,
It
lot.
is necessary.
No,
It is
no
necessary.
one asked for your audition. No one asked for
It
that
is.
ad-lib.
Big up
Aye.
Dunsey. Big up Dunsey. Big up Dunsey.
Oh, that was
Everyone
big up
sending
Dunsey.
shots at
Everyone
Flawless.
said that. Yo,
Everyone
it's
looks to
crazy,
get.
yo. Be your own people, you know. Be your own people. But you lot, Chelsea, you lot could take on PSG or Newcastle. I'm gonna ask, but I think it's a stupid question. Well, actually, it might not be because you know what Chelsea are like in regards to playing the bigger and better teams rather than teams not as good. Who would you prefer over the two legs, PSG or Newcastle?
Honestly, I prefer PSG because from what I've seen from them, it's kind of shaky. They've been kind of shaky in the Champions League. I cannot talk on PSG. I haven't seen them play. The only thing I've seen was Monaco. So like when I'm talking about Champions League is they haven't been playing to the level that they were last season, and even the players have said that. And when I look at the history between Chelsea and PSG, I look at the Club World Cup final, and I feel like our players will be up for it and feel like this will be a statement to get through. Newcastle, I feel like they'll take it like a bigger challenge. They'll think that St. James's Park is still a fortress this season, and they'll kind of shake their pants on Newcastle. I feel like Newcastle will give us a very difficult game at St. James's Park. So that's why I prefer PSG. And I've already seen that we could play PSG to their own game. So it's not really a lot to say. I just feel like Chelsea. When we talk about Champions League and Premier League, Chelsea is a whole different ball game. Like for us, I feel like when you talk about Champions League, we are in the favorites always because we built that from heritage. So I don't care who we face. I feel like
you are right.
We can face anyone.
You have the opportunity, especially if you're on the right. If you lot are on the right side of the draw, I can see you lot getting far in the tournament.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. We could get far because these players are unpredictable, and I don't even think it's part of the draw. I feel like these players got the mentality for that. They just don't got the mentality for the league, which is weird. They just don't build on it. And like Champions League, I feel like this is the best time for a very shit team to win, because no football team looks like a very compact, very good football team. Every team's got their problems. PSG looked shaky than last year. Arsenal, if you go at them, they'll win. You can beat them. Tottenham's there. Liverpool, they've got Arne Slot. Barcelona, they've got their suicidal high line. Like you've got so many things that you could take advantage of. That it's so easy to win this Champions League. For example, if Man United were in this Champions League season, I feel like they'll get far. Semi-final.
We would. With Carrick, we would.
With Carrick, definitely would.
I actually agree. Yeah, I actually agree. I don't think there's one standard. Obviously, there were PSG last season, but obviously PSG are still good, but they're not as good as they was last season because obviously they've had a lot of injuries to their players. They've had a lot of injuries to their players like Doué, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, Dembele. They've had a lot of injuries, and also like the games that I have seen from PSG, they do look vulnerable from set pieces. From set pieces, they look vulnerable. Like Monaco had a chance right at the end from a set piece, and they should have scored to make it 3-3. Like Monaco were causing them a couple of problems from set pieces. So, like obviously they are not as good as last season. Obviously, you got Liverpool. Like obviously, Liverpool again, they are not as good as last season. But obviously, with Liverpool, you can never doubt them in Europe. You can never doubt them in Europe because Liverpool, like Chelsea, have that heritage. They have that heritage in certain competitions, especially in competitions like the Champions League. They have that heritage because the Champions League isn't like knockout tournaments. It's not about how well you play. It's about moments. It's about
how you play with attitude.
yes, it's about moments in the Champions League. And even though I don't think Liverpool are great, like they
You could have
have
moments. Let me ask you though, Mario. Sorry to cut you off, King. You
yeah.
think you get past both PSG and Newcastle? Would you
Yes.
pick Chelsea above? Okay, cool.
I will back my team any single time in the champs. It's a very different ballgame when you talk to us in the champs.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
And
So
you know what?
teams can't relate
You know
to
what,
winning
guys,
the Europa, I hear it, man.
there's an interesting like notion that people have, like
I
where
said
they,
certain London teams can't relate to winning in Europe. I hear it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't see the chat. Hey, listen,
I didn't mention no
it
names,
weren't
man.
me. I agree with that person as well, but it weren't me. It weren't me.
I'm
Bro,
just saying,
the
man.
funniest
I'm
thing,
saying-
bro, if
I'm
bro,
just
if
saying, man,
Spurs would
the blue side
Bro.
in West London, the white side in North London, like you
Bro,
know, they all have some
Flawless.
interesting-
When
Alright, yo.
you talk about blue side, it's the entirety of London, not only West. Just so you know.
I'm talking in
We're the real
particular
ones
their
out here.
home is. I'm talking about their home. I'm talking
bro,
about where
it'd be
they
so
reside.
funny, bro.
Well, yeah.
Bro,
All right, fine.
Bro, it'd be so funny, bro. It'd be so. I don't think it will ever happen, but it'd be so funny if Spurs win the Champions League just to rattle Arsenal, because
It
bro,
will not be
bro,
funny.
that would be funny.
shout out my guy, shout out my guy, shout out my guy, shout out my guy, Deji Spurs, bro. Shout out my guy, Deji Spurs. Deji thinks that Tottenham are going to win the Champions League. You know what I mean? Deji thinks Tottenham are going to finish 17th and win the Champions League like they did last season in the Europa League. I need to see Deji and expressions rattle Arsenal fans, bro. I think, bro.
Nah,
You know what, bro,
that's
with the champs, bro. I've deeped it in the champs, bro. You know, the best thing that can happen to your team, yeah, is not playing a single team from your country at all. Because you see, where I watched that PSG game, what I saw was a team that knows them. Like, and I mean,
they're familiar with them.
bro, you can see because Monaco are not even in the top 4 in their league. They're not even in the top 6.
Exactly.
And look at they went life and death with them, man. Just because they're more familiar with their team, they know their weaknesses.
Yeah.
When you play a team that knows how you play inside and out, you have to approach the game differently. And I've seen it, even like English draws in the past, because like English teams are familiar with each other. They kind of know how each other play. Those games are just way different, bro. They're way more difficult than like playing a European side that has no idea how you're gonna set up and doesn't really like that. Because European sides they approach games differently. Like they just go, okay, we're gonna attack any team we play. It doesn't matter who it is. They don't go with a pragmatic mindset where you'll see in English or you'll see in the English ties. Yeah, English teams will approach the game a bit more pragmatic. They'll try and manage the game in moments.
Yeah.
Instead of just going gun ho like most European teams do from the start. So if you avoid any English team for as long as you can, I think you'll do all right because
hopefully don't happen. I'm trying to see how these English teams
even though Newcastle on paper, Newcastle on paper have not had a good season. They've been poor. Like they're not even in the top. But I promise you, they will give Chelsea a better game than PSG will. It sounds mad. It sounds mad, but I think they will. They'll give them a better game.
There's no standout. Yeah, there's no standout team that you can say, oh, they're going to win the Champions. Like I said, PSG are vulnerable from set pieces, and they can be also at times be vulnerable on the break. When you move the ball quick, when you move the ball on the counter attack quickly, they are a little bit more vulnerable. So I think PSG are slightly, because they played the Club World Cup as well. Remember, they played I think they did the treble last season, or they did the quadruple, whatever last season. They played a lot of games last season as well, so they will be more fatigued this season than last season. If you look at Bayern Munich, similar thing with Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich can be vulnerable at set pieces, and they can be vulnerable on the break, because obviously
they showed that in the Arsenal game.
Yes. So and obviously, like I said, Liverpool have problems breaking down a low block as well. But obviously, Liverpool have their heritage in Europe as well. It's similar thing with Chelsea as well. Chelsea do struggle to break down low blocks as well, and and obviously in the league they haven't had players that are obviously, apart from Palmer and maybe João Pedro, like those are the most two clinical forwards up top when they got Garnacho and freaking Neto. You know what I mean? These men aren't the most clinical. So Man City, even with Mark Gay that they brought in, Mark Gay has been a very good signing for them. But City still look vulnerable on the break at times. Every team has a flaw. You understand? Every team has a flaw where where you can get at them. But I think last season, PSG was just unstoppable last season. Like there's not much that
it clicked for them. It really did click for them.
Yeah, but like every team, if you set up the right game plan, you can get at them. Every team in the Champions League. So I don't think there's a clear who will win the Champions. It's same with Barcelona. Attacking, they are great, but the high line under Hansi Flick, if you got intelligent enough players to make sure you time the run to be the offside trap, you can get at them because Hansi Flick is a bit like Ange. You know what I mean? He's like Ange. Like he likes to play that high line. He's similar to Ange. So he's a German and Postecoglou. That's what I'm saying in it. So like he likes to play that high line, and once you get past that high line, like, and obviously they don't have the greatest of defenders either. So like so there's no obvious team that I don't think you can say that will win the Champions League. Like, to be honest, I think, because I was going through it, I was looking at the draw and that. Yeah, we're looking at which team could play who. I think Chelsea will get PSG. I think Chelsea will get PSG. Arsenal will get Leverkusen because they can either play Leverkusen or Atalanta. I think Arsenal will get Leverkusen. I think Bordeaux Glint. I think Real Madrid will play Man City because they can either play Man City or Sporting Lisbon. Or Bordeaux Glint. I think Man City will get Real Madrid. I think Chelsea will get PSG. I think Arsenal will get Bayern Leverkusen, and I think Bayern Munich will get Atalanta, and I think Bordeaux Glint will get Sporting, and I think Tottenham will get Atletico, and I think Liverpool will get Galatasaray. That's what I think. If I had to say who's drawing who, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. What teams would get drawn? So.
Let me get predictions from you, man, Premier League wise. Before, obviously, when we do the members Q&A again, we'll revisit what we've seen the draw. We'll revisit it. But we got Wolves, Aston Villa tomorrow. We'll go to you, Barrio. What are you saying? Scoreline prediction: Wolves, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa will win 2-0. Sadly, fuck H. Hold that.
2-0 Villa. What are you saying? King?
I think it will be a tight one. I think Aston Villa will win 2-1, but. When Wolves have played them, because it's a derby, isn't it? When Wolves have played them, they've always given them a good game, especially at their place. So I think it won't be as easy as they think. So I think 2-1.
Same with you, King. Liverpool, West Ham.
I'm gonna go with a bit of a shock. You know what? I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. I got a feeling that Nuno, what he did against us flawless and what he's been doing against other teams. Liverpool don't like facing Nuno. I got a feeling Nuno beat him last season as well. When he was Nuno beat them at 1-1. I think that low block. I think Liverpool are going to struggle because they struggle to create chances. Liverpool on the slot. And I just think with that low block, yeah, it's gonna frustrate. I think it's gonna frustrate him, bro.
Fair enough. What are you saying, Barrio? Liverpool, West Ham.
Nah, West Ham got a very bad record at Anfield. This is gonna be like a 3-0, something like that.
3-0 Liverpool. Staying with you, Barrio. Leeds, Manchester City.
Fuck both teams, Fuck Leeds, man. Fucking City 3-0. Fuck off.
3-0.
Leeds are annoying, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
I'm with you on that. What are you saying, King? Leeds, Manchester City.
Yeah, first of all, fuck Leeds, but but they have been playing well at home. They have been playing well at home, despite of my hatred of Leeds. But I think Man City will win 2-1. I think Man City will just edge it 2. I'm going to go 2-1 Man City.
Yeah, I see. All right, cool. Staying with you, King. Manchester United, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, like I felt it's at Old Trafford, so and obviously
I always
Palace
say the home team first.
and and obviously Palace are on the greatest of form, and I think Palace have had injuries as well, and they've also played in the Conference League as I think today as well, so they are going to be tired. So I'm actually confident, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's actually bad, bro. Before under Amorim, I didn't know what to predict. I did not know what to predict, and it was the same thing on the Ten Hag. But I'm gonna go with, you know what? I'm saying 3-0 United. I'm saying 3-0 United.
Yeah, 3-0 United. What are you saying?
You know, I'm gonna go with Kunal. What he said, 5-0. I honestly think you guys are in for like one of them.
5-0.
Yeah. You guys are like, you guys are gonna get that one battering with Michael Carrick. It's due soon. And I feel like with Palace in this bad form, and you guys are literally at cloud 9. Sadly, it's annoying. But
they're
you guys are
over the
there,
place.
like it's amazing. By the way, after this, I want to talk about United. I forgot to talk about United if I have time.
Oh, see that I spared you. I didn't think you'd want to talk about United, but after we get your predictions, we finish the predictions, we'll get it. So you're saying, you said what score did you say? 2-0 King?
3-0 3-0 United.
5-0. All right, and then the last
3-0
result,
United, back of the days, man.
Arsenal, Chelsea.
Arsenal, Chelsea. Chelsea. Come on, 2-0. We're gonna fucking kill them, lads. Come on, lads. We're gonna get them.
2-0 Chelsea. Mario saying, what are you saying, King? Arsenal, Chelsea.
Rafinha, please set up the right way, bro. Please, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm going to say 2-0 Arsenal, but fuck it, bro. I'm saying 1-1, bro. I'm saying, well, I think Chelsea are gonna get something out of the game, bro.
Come on.
Cheers. Go on, Mario. Thoughts on Manchester United, and then we'll close out.
All right. I want to talk about it because you guys were talking about how United fans should, like, people were saying that United fans shouldn't celebrate this win. It was only a 1-0. You guys performed like shaky and all that. But like, don't let anyone do that. Like, I can't lie. Even me, as someone who just don't want to see you happy, you guys should just do what Cunha did at the end. We're going like, and
I love
like
that.
smiling, like, that made me laugh, yo. I can't lie. Like,
yeah, I'm still been laughing at it. Actually, hilarious.
Like,
hilarious.
That win is very important for you, especially in the top four race, because if I'm not mistaken, you guys struggle at Goodison Park. Well, not Hill Dickinson, right?
Yeah, I don't think we've had the greatest records there. I don't think we have.
Hill Dickinson. That's exactly. The first time we've been there. The first time we've been there was
first time, but at Goodison Park, I don't think we had the greatest.
Goodison, it was mixed. It was mixed.
Exactly. Like if you're not going to a very, very hostile. Don't get us mistaken. The Everton fans were loud as well. They were loud.
Yeah.
I heard them from the TV. Like, you might said it well. Amorim, if Amorim was still there, you guys would have crumbled. Like, this would have been like a 2-1. That would have been mad to see. Because
I was there for one of them.
Also, I was going to talk about how you got, like, you can criticize whatever you want with the ownership, but the one thing I feel like you guys should not criticize is your transfer window. I feel like your transfer windows every single season has been since they've come in, have been top notch. Like, the signings you guys have done, I've not heard any like complaints from them like in a consistent way. Like, they've had bad games from there and out, like, obviously, but you're gonna get that with Amorim and Ten Hag. So, like, especially Lamens, that I rate him to a T. Like, he's so good. Lamens, you shout out to your scouting team. Whoever got him, like, you guys should just give him a raise. immediate raise, because what Lamens is doing right now is going under the radar, and that's actually what you guys will want. You guys
Yeah.
for next season, you guys don't want the media on you, and that's very rare for United. And
Yeah.
and the United goalkeeper not getting talked about this much. Don't get me mistaken. He's not getting talked about. You're not seeing 433 or B or football talk about him. Like these pages where only the social media fans will see. Like soon come the time where he will be talked about by only like TikTok fans and all that. Like
Yeah.
that Lamens guy is so good, and I'm worried about him when you guys come to the bridge, because I don't rate our attack apart from João Pedro. And
Yeah.
us on corners, we're just doing Olympicos till death. Like, I'm tired of the set piece coach, you know, let's get him sacked, you know. Like this guy wanna do Olympicos and all that, and you guys are not gonna concede. That's say it from here now. No corner that you guys concede in Stamford Bridge we should be worried about. Because Lamens is tall, he goes out for the ball. We don't do the terrorist corners that we do Olympicos. Like, you guys are gonna be safe from corners. Trust me.
Yeah.
And United, this is this win, especially with the fact that we us and Villa drop points. This win is very, very vital for you guys, because top 4 next season, like, it's another thing where I go like United and Champions League. I will never doubt him. I can never doubt him, because you guys just give that heritage to it. There's only a few clubs in the world that can have that heritage. So yeah, right now it's just a pride thing with this top 4 race for me. Like, it's because it's Liverpool and United. I just want to get that over these 2 teams. You know what I mean? But I feel like United will get 4th. They might even get 3rd.
I think we'll get I think we might get 3rd.
Yeah, scratch that. You guys will get 3rd. I feel like Villa will focus on Europa.
I think we will get 3rd, and like you said it right there about Lamens, like this thing about people saying, "Oh, there's no value in the market." No, there's no obvious players on the market. But when you actually look on the market, you can find gems like Lamens, like Brighton did with Caicedo, like they did with McAllister. There are players out there. So this myth about there's no value in the market. Well, Lamens is another example. Lamens is yet again another example. And like when me and Flawless have had conversations, and when I've had conversation with Eddie and with Sheik and all of my fan base, we haven't really criticized Ineos for the recruitment. Like we haven't really criticized Ineos for the recruitment. It's been more the managerial appointments, because obviously it's more the managerial problems that we have criticized. So like obviously for me, like whatever happens at the end of the season happens. I think we will get 3rd, because Aston Villa, I think the reason why they have fallen off is because, one, because they are a little bit fatigued, and 2, I think because they had 3 of their midfielders injured. Like they had Tillemans injured, they had Kamara injured, and I think they might have had McGinn or Onana injured as well.
And they're going to focus on Europa.
Yes, so they've had 3 of their and their core and their football relies on their midfielders as well. So they've had big injuries to their midfielders as well. So I just think United will get the form that our team are in right now. I don't feel like I said about the other games, the past games like the Everton, the West Ham, the Man City and Arsenal, I don't feel like we are going to concede. I feel like we can score goals, and I don't feel like we are going to concede, because Stephen Holland, who we brought in as Michael Carrick's assistant, I think he does the defensive. He does more of the defensive shape. Like Michael Carrick coaches like the patterns of play, like the little rondos that we've seen, Flawless, like the little 1-2, the little rondos, the little build-up play. Like that's Michael Carrick. But Stephen Holland does more of the defensive shape, and he does more of the organisation. That's what he was known for at England. I think he was doing most of the coaching when he was at England when obviously he's worked with Southgate, he's worked with Carlo Ancelotti, he's worked with Jose Mourinho as well, Stephen Holland as well. So he's
mad talent.
So like he's had a very, very good reputation, and obviously Johnny Evans does the set pieces and stuff. So all of these stuff, yeah. So it's not just obviously for me. Yes, it's about having a good coach, but it's also about having a very good coaching staff as well. Because
you need that exactly. Ties into it. There's no success. There's no successful manager standalone. Let me get to this from Canaldo. Flawless before we close out. Flawless thoughts on how Carrick manages De Ligt when he's back versus Maguire. I think if Maguire continues to play well, like I said, it's on merit. So De Ligt's a good option to have, and you could also play them together. So if Maguire continues
you got this starting 11 stress in every single area of the pitch. You guys talk about how it's in the attack. When your injuries come back and Lisandro Martinez is back, when the Ligt is back, you guys also have to pick between people who are playing good and people who have their qualities that who can play well.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm at with it in regards to it. So Canal.
I don't see why that is an issue, because people say, what happened? What? Because people were saying when Carrick came in that what's going to happen to Cunha? Cunha, what's going to happen to Ahmad when he doesn't play? What happens if Cunha's not going to play? Man United fans need to realize we've had Berbatov on the bench in the past. We've had Berbatov when Manchester Flawless will tell you, but when it was under Fergie, we used to have man like Tevez and Berbatov on the bench at times.
Yeah, there was quality. So that's guys to see how he does. But I just want, first and foremost, Canal, the most important part about what you mentioned, I just want De Ligt available again. That's where I'm at.
I just hope he's available.
His injuries do concern me. I think he's our best centre back. So injuries are.
I just hope he's back. I just hope he's back because I think when he is fit, he is our best centre back when he's fit. But I just hope that he recovers. Like I don't want us to rush. I don't want us to rush De Ligt. You get me? I don't want us to rush De Ligt in. When De Ligt comes back, I think we need to slowly. I think we need to slowly integrate him in the team, and obviously, going forward and going forward as well. Going forward, like I said, even though I don't rate Ineos, and even though I'm still in Ineos out because of the Amorim appointment, because what they did to Ten Hag, because if we would have sacked Amorim earlier, we could have actually been in a title race, because the Premier League has been very inconsistent. You know what I mean? The Premier League's been, Liverpool have been inconsistent, Chelsea have been inconsistent, even Arsenal have been inconsistent, Man City have been inconsistent. Every team in the league has been inconsistent. So if they would have sacked Amorim 2 or 3 months ago, and they would have hired Carrick 2 or 3 months ago, like the stupid draws that we got against West Ham freaking at home, against Wolves at home, against freaking 10-man Everton and 4-4 at Bournemouth. If we got wins in all of those games, all of a sudden we would be like 2 points behind us, 2 points behind Arsenal, bro. So you know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm about to get. Yeah, but yeah, go on. Yeah.
What I was gonna say is that this is just how it's simple. What your managers and scouting team and players have done is build, what is it? Trust. The same way a police department has to build trust around the city, the same way your scouting team needs to build trust around your team, around the fans. You see, this is what you're talking about. How it frustrates me every single time. How people say that there's no players out there. Like I can name you a bunch of players here in South America that would do well in the Prem. But because there's no PR and because they're not mentioned in 433 and BR Football and Fabrizio Romano, you know, they won't get talked about, and there will be no PR to help them, to make them known as a player. This is what a scouting team should do. Actually do their job and make trust around them. You don't need to be the scouting team for them. If my scouting team, for example, if I was a United fan nowadays, thankfully I'm not, I would be like, yo, next transfer window, whatever you guys do, I'm trusting, because you guys have built that. You guys have built that trust. I don't need to complain. I can complain about a player, but I would go ahead with it more level-headed. Let's say you guys, let's say Garnacho, take it as an example. I complained about it because I knew my scouting team ain't good.
Yeah.
I knew it. But the fact that now, if United buys some random player, I don't think you guys should be worried about it anymore, because you guys have, not only for this season but seasons before this, Dorgu. Where did he come from? Lecce. You know where Lecce was in Serie A, in a relegation fight.
Yeah, they plan relegation.
And Dorgu has been playing well.
Yes,
Heaven for 1 mil from Arsenal.
Yes.
You guys can trust your scouting team to any extent, and whatever player that goes into your position now, you guys should have patience. Start from the start, not like what happens with me and Garnacho, not like what happens with Noni Madueke and Arsenal. Everything like that.
They just need to do the business, bro. That's all it is. All they need to do,
Exactly.
all Ineos need to do, if they're going to keep Michael Carrick, make sure you and Michael Carrick are on the same page. If you keep, or if you go and get a Luis Enrique or someone like that, you make sure whatever manager you bring in, make sure they are on the same page. Because I don't want to hear this nonsense about if we bring in Enrique wants to sell Harry Maguire, and Manchester United want to keep Harry, and Ineos want to keep Harry Maguire. Freaking Luis Enrique wants to sell Mbeumo, but the club want to keep Mbeumo. I don't want to hear that nonsense, because it was the same thing under Amorim. Amorim does not want Mainu, but the club want to keep Mainu. Amorim does not want Xerxes, but the club want to keep Xerxes. I can't be having that nonsense. Make sure the sporting directors and the manager have to be on the same page, whatever manager comes in. And Ineos needs to bring in three midfield. We need to bring in three midfielders, a left winger, and a left back. 5 players. We can do that. Because most likely we are going to get Champions League. We will get them. We will get them money from Rasmus Højlund. 44 mil buyback option of Rasmus Højlund.
Obligation.
Yes, obligation. Casemiro wages. Casemiro's on 300k a week. He's leaving. Casemiro's leaving. Yeah. So Sancho will be leaving, because Sancho contract will run out as well. Rashford will be probably leaving as well. So, and Bruno Fernandes on top of that could leave on top of that as well. So I don't want to hear this thing about Manchester United don't have any money to spend. No, Man United always have money. Man United always have money to spend. So I ain't trying to hear that. So all Ineos need to do is decide what manager they go for, and go and get three midfielders. Go and get three midfielders. Go and get in a left winger, and get in a left back. And if we need to get in a right back in January, then we can. We can address the right back situation in January.
But hey,
that's what it is.
Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Normally you'll get these members Q&As. Normally they'll be on Friday, but I ran it today because I'm out.
You see me next week as well, people. You know, like that. You see me next week.
Will be Barrio, Vikran. Unfortunately, that scrub side will be back. But yeah, people. So yeah, make sure you run up the likes.
We're gonna talk to Liverpool fans.
Oh yeah, we're gonna chat, and people will be on the main channel live probably couple hours from now, so like 12:05, 12:50. That'll be the 12:30 a.m. around that. Anyway, just keep a lookout. I'll be doing a solo Q&A talking Champions League, potential draw, free the Premier League coming back, and answering questions from you lot. Obviously, I didn't do the Q&A yesterday, so yeah, keep a lookout for everything. Everything is on the schedule though. There's everything here on the Sarcasm City TV Extra. Is on the schedule for the weekend. Same, but even though there won't be no watch-alongs because the fixtures outside of ours are dead. Oh yeah, Arsenal Chelsea I do though. And then the main channel, there's also the schedule as well, people. We're going to redirect to Casually FC, though. So put Sarcasm City TV
Big
raid.
up.
Marshall's chat. That's
Cheers.
Sarcasm City TV raid.
Big
But this
up.
has been the Sports Q&A Members Edition live on the Sarcasm City TV Extra YouTube
Big
channel.
up, big up.
Big
For
up.
tuning in.